The Over Yellow. After Essex Lads, I decided I wanted to branch out into live performance, as the work that Patrick and I did together was studio-based. I advertised in local music and record stores to meet like-minded musicians, listing artists such as Magazine, Lou Reed, Violent Femmes and Pavement as key influences. This is how I met Joel Edwards and John Slattery, and how the Over Yellow, named after an obscure abstract expressionist painting, was formed. Joel is a songwriter and ex-art student with similar musical tastes to me, and we took turns backing each other on our respective songs. He had an impressive electric guitar and amp combo, whilst I played an electro-acoustic guitar through an amp. It was my first taste of working as an accompanist and a songwriter in a band, and the experience was both challenging and rewarding. Our debut demo, recorded at Southside Studios with Beatnik Film Stars guitarist Tim Rippington, included 4 songs, 2 of Joel's and 2 of mine, featuring our trademark mix of acoustic and electric guitars. An amusing anecdote from this recording session is that Tim was using old BBC tape to record bands onto, and when we mixed the demo tracks down, we ended up keeping the sound of slowed down baboon hooting on one track called Television. Patrick and I originally recorded Television in Essex Lads. The chorus of the song was based on a series of long exposure photographs we made in my rented flat in St Paul's of my black and white television set being switched off. Whenever this happened, we noticed a fleeting electronic storm of lines scanning the TV screen from top to bottom, which I thought was more interesting than the TV programmes mentioned in the song. On the Over Yellow's version of Television, you can sense the excitement of a novice band enjoying their first time in a recording studio. Joel's electric guitar riffs played through his Marshall's stack sound huge, whilst John's excitably restless bouncing bass line energises the song like a frisky puppy. We recorded our second demo in a caravan showroom near Weston-super-Mare with some friends who were in a band called Roger's Trout Farm. It featured 9 songs recorded live onto 4-track tape. By this time, Ivan had moved on and we were borrowing the Trout Farm's talented drummer whenever we did gigs with the band. James Agnew deputised for us on this recording and at all the Over Yellow's remaining gigs.
Be sure, Kensington Gore, Kensington Gore. Be sure, Kensington Gore, Kensington Gore. Murder and maim, murder and maim, murder and maim, murder and...
My old drama teacher at school, Dave Doddington, introduced me to the phrase Kensington Gore in my teens, explaining to our class that it referred to the fake blood used in many film and theatre productions. Years later, I exploited this connection with a hint of menace and some disconcerting time signatures. At the time of writing Kensington Gore, Joel and I were listening to a lot of indie music, American college rock like Pavement, Scrawl and Slint, and English bands such as Moonshake, Stereolab and The Faith Healers on the Too Pure record label. Responding to these diverse influences, we were experimenting with different tunings on our guitars, and Over Yellow gigs often featured long, tense pauses between songs whilst we both retuned. To disguise these uncomfortable moments, we made a compilation tape of audience applause from various live albums to play between songs.
We're not a punk rock band, we're a new wave band.
Just around the corner from where we were living, on Windmill Hill in South Bristol, a small indie label called Sarah Records was operating from a terraced house overlooking Bedminster railway station. Sensing an opportunity, we dropped by with a copy of our Caravan demo, but unfortunately never got the call to join bands such as Boy Racer, Secret Shine and the Field Mice on the label's roster. After a year of frantic activity, the Over Yellow disbanded. The nail in the band's coffin was a flood in the basement of the house where all our musical equipment was being temporarily stored, whilst we rehearsed with the new drummer. The amps were wrecked, the indie dream was over, and it was time for us all to move on.